Hello, YouTube. Cheers and welcome to The Basement. My name is Bruce Lively.
And I'm D-Boy Slim.
And The Basement Debates is the first exclusive hip-hop debate format. We tackle the most intriguing topics in hip-hop culture and the world around it. So welcome back, Basement family, and it's still battle season. Sue Surf versus Geechi Gotti. You know YouTube has got this blocked everywhere, so we're here for you. That's right, we have the entire battle. First, we're gonna debate whether or not this is the best battle of the year. Okay? We got to have this debate. And support the channel on Patreon. Watch this video so you see how to see the whole battle. But with that being said, there you go. All right. We back. Yes, we do know that this is blocked everywhere, so we're going to be very careful about how we do this. We have the entire battle on our Patreon right now. You go watch it, come back, or watch this review. We're going to talk about this battle. We're going to talk about why it is or is not the best battle of the year. Anything to say there, Mr. D-Boy Slim? What do you think, first of all? I'm going to say it's the best battle of the year, period. Because number one, Geechi Gotti, who won rap battler of the year last year, up against Sue Surf, who has begun to separate himself from the crowd. Songs with Mozzie. And what's that song? Song for My Mother or a song in my mom's house, something like that. Mm-hmm. He's getting 350,000 views for his own single videos. Not
shouts to Sue Surf. He's doing his thing right now.
Sue Surf is killing him. And so it is the rapper versus the guy who calls himself the realist, which is, of course, Geechi Gotti. And the battle was just, it has to be the best. Everybody else is fighting for crumbs now. We got the best looking for the best. And I actually think Sue Surf has got to take that title from Geechi Gotti because of this battle. Your turn.
Well, I strongly disagree. While it's not hard to believe, Bruce or anybody picking that battle as battle of the year, I think the battle was put together at the right time. I think Surf does have the game. He has his hand on the pulse of the game right now. Geechi has been on fire, as everybody knows it, unless you've just been under a rock and haven't been paying attention to battle rap in the last year and a half or so. Geechi's definitely been on fire, taking on all contenders and hardly laying down or folding for anything or anybody. However, easy for us to forget. I said all that to say that I disagree with that being the best battle of the year. For me, it's easily the last big event from URL, and that was the Goods and Cassidy battle. That to me was the best battle of the year. I think it was the most and how quickly forget. And I think it's so funny that Cassidy had all that hype surrounded around his name. And to me, it lost this at the last event where you had Arsenal versus Cassidy. It became lackluster to me. The battle
might have been the worst.
The battle in itself was lackluster, obviously, but even the hype building it, because it was like we can't act like Cassidy didn't just lose. So it's like, okay, you got a boxer that's coming off an L. He still has a reputable name or whatever the case. Arsenal, of course, he always will draw to a battle. But I didn't feel that, I wasn't pulled in it like when I heard that Goods was battling Cassidy. For the simple fact, and anybody, if I'm wrong, please correct me, send your comments immediately, let me know. But I've yet to see Goods lose a battle. And some may say, oh, he battles the least amount or whatever the case. He preserves himself for battles. I don't know, whatever you might want to say, whatever your knock against Goods is, but I've yet to see him lose a battle. And of course, the self-proclaimed Cassidy, who before that battle claimed he was something crazy, 5,000-0 or something ridiculous, he told us that, and that was ridiculous. But we finally seen him take a L, and it was clear cut.
That doesn't. So we're talking about hype over actual bars. When you say everything you've said,
no, doesn't. You didn't allow me to finish. The thing about it was, and that was probably the hype leading up to the battle. I think the battle, when it did actually take place, it lived up to its hype, is what you didn't allow me to finish saying. Mm-hmm. The battle actually lived up to its hype. You had Cassidy come out there like a madman. He was on his A game in that first round. If you had to point to something that why he didn't continue the rounds like he did in the first round, one, the bars and whatever, it starts to sound the same with Cassidy, and two, Goods' performance is what offsets that. It's like once the momentum starts to sway and whatnot, and the crowd starts, which again, what made that battle nice, because if the crowd was on Cassidy's side at the first round, by the third round they were clearly on Goods' side. And like I said, that was an example of the hype, the battle living up to its hype. And like I said, that battle in itself, not only for the participants that participated in that battle, but their performances as well, it stood out as the best battle of the year.
Okay, so what I'm gonna say is, I hear you and I understand you. Hype in, and it ended up not disappointing. Fine, but there's a difference. Geechi Gotti came out in round one. You say the crowd was swaying, went from Cassidy to Goods. That's because Cass kind of fell off at the end, where I still think that he had more bars on one and two. But anyway, fine. Every single round, the crowd had no idea who to go for, and that's the staple to me of a great battle. In the beginning, they was like repeating everything Geechi said. Geechi had him repeating words, repeating lines that he said in other battles, Sue Surf said in other battles, had the crowd repeating them with him, and then changed them around. He was like, you were square, whether the Garden or the Staples Center, after he got shot at the Staples. Everything that was done was literally Geechi's term, every bar, and he meant it, and the crowd reacted. And then Sue Surf came on. And would you believe that after Geechi Gotti grabbed the coin out of the air and said, I'm gonna go first, smashed it, Sue Surf still was on his back, on his heels, on his toes, came back, fought, jabbed, and won the first round after that. The crowd was dumbfounded. They did not know what was going on. Second round, same thing. Oh man, Geechi won this. The second round, he goes into his usual, from the streets. This is real rap. See if they can believe them lies that you're telling. Sue Surf came back. It looked like the crowd had already written Sue Surf off in round two. He came back on his heels, jumped back, jab, uppercut. By the end of the round, they was like, Surf. Every single round was like that. I understand what you're saying about the hype, the anticipation, and the fact that the crowd moved over the 3 rounds. That was a good battle. It was a good time for him. It was a good time in history of hip hop. But I also ask you this. it wasn't the heavyweight bout. It wasn't the heavyweight championship. The championship was Geechi's when he wore his belt for being the #1 rapper in URL, put it on the floor and rapped, and then got beaten by the challenger for the championship. It has to count more.
Again, those two, both of them are both, like I said, up and coming, and their stocks are steadily rising at warp speed, obviously. And I think both of them, even if you say Geechi lost that battle, I think both of their stocks, like you said, someone may have crowned or given Geechi on URL's platform Battle of the Year or Up and Coming Battle of the Year, whatever that,
He got the belt, for the Battle of the Year.
But both of them, obviously, their stocks are on the rise. I'm not sure if that battle, that particular battle solidified who they are right at this moment. I think that they earned that before they went into that.
Okay.
Battle. That may have put a stamp on where they're at, both where they're at in their career, especially Surf. If you say Surf won that battle, I understand what you're saying.
Who do you think won? I do think Surf won that battle. From what I've seen and what I remember of the battle, it had been a minute since I watched it, but I do think Surf won that battle. I think that those bars were better, man. If you're looking at what's the best battle, we're looking at all the context around it. That's fine, and that mattered. The bars were better in Surf versus Gotti. The bars were better. Those bars were more hard hitting.
Oh, you saying more versus what Goods
and Cassidy's bars?
See, here's the thing. I think Cassidy.
Neither one of them was at their best.
I think that,
if you ask me,
I think that Cassidy's bars hold weight, and whomever you're speaking about, whether you're speaking about Gotti or Surf, and I think that even though Surf had an extraordinary and outstanding, this is a battle that is funny because on another note, a battle's been called out by Goods saying Surf is time, but I think out of the Surf performance, if you say Surf won his battle, and out of the Goods performance, if you say Goods won his battle, I don't know, maybe because of Goods' style with me, I like Goods.
You love his style.
I love Goods' performance.
Where's he from again?
I love Goods' performance. Has nothing to do with anything, man. Shouts to New Jersey. Shouts to the Bronx.
Oh, man.
I
ever notice how Queens do love laid back people? Like it touches you. I feel you.
You do your job sipping on the drink.
Man, I feel
How could somebody that does his show sipping on the drink, not Goods, Henny sipping Goods? Like, how could you? Sipping Goods. Like, how could you knock that?
What I'm saying is the bars
did
were
Goods
better.
Get that from you, or did you get that from Goods?
Excitement, man. I need the excitement.
You hear what I'm saying? Like,
listen.
How could you knock that? You got the same style. You got the same style. You do your podcast.
It wasn't his best. It wasn't Goods' best. It wasn't Cassidy's best. On the other hand, it was dang near close to Geechi's best and dang near close to Sue Surf's best. That to me lets you know who won, who had the better bars. I'm not saying, who's better between those two. I'm saying who had the best battle of the year, the most entertaining, who had the most full of bars, who had the most crowd reactions. This, and in the context of who they've become, the context of the heavyweight battle, the context of the crown.
Let us know what y'all think. Give us feedback. What you think? Was it the Goods and Cassidy battle, or was it the Geechi Gotti and Surf battle? I particularly think that Goods and Cassidy battle trumps all battles for this year. Bruce says that it was the Geechi, which
bars, man, bars.
You can't go wrong, which is why we do this debate show. Honestly, I hope that I brought my point to crystal clear HD. Bruce also explained his point of view in crystal clear form. So, y'all let us know what y'all think. Just as the battles, it's a back and forth thing. But I do think that Goods and Cassidy has to be that best battle.
All the clips that you've seen are from our exact footage, from the footage that we'll be showing on Patreon that you can go to right now and watch the entire battle. Every little footage that you've seen here has only been little clips because they will demonetize, they will cut it out. Smack do not play, bro. That's why you haven't seen it yet. That's why we're the only ones to bring it to you on YouTube right now. Go see it. Also, if you leave the comment down there, we shout you out. Here's the proof. BLW said respect with a bunch of hearts. So we respect you. Salute to you, man. Yeah, Marietta Paya J. You know you always get a shout out from us. Before our time.
Arsenal with 3-0 Goods. I don't believe that. I'm not subscribing to that right there. I'm not jacking that. Goods 3-0?
Maybe not 3-0, but beat.
Are you kidding me? But I respect that. I appreciate the comment.
EJ, that's it. Arsenal would win, but it would be a very close battle. Another one on my side.
Okay, I could, although I got Goods winning close, but if you say Arsenal in a close, cool, but Goods 3-0, like, on what planet?
Yadu Muhammad said, bro, in every round Cass said truth. Cass top gear, he get the most money out of all them battle rappers. And I think this was versus Goods. Or was it?
Wait a minute. First of all.
Or no, this was versus Arsenal.
If that were the case,
I don't know.
Going into the Goods battle and we thought that's definitely not the case any longer for Cassidy getting the biggest check out of all the battle rappers.
Murder Mike 2011 said 3-0 Cass. I think that was this
against Disaster? What are we talking about?
No, man, wait a minute. This is for Arsenal.
Against Freeway?
This is for Arsenal. Wow. I don't know what to say. That's why music is subjective, people. I don't know. I think Cass lost.
It got bad. It was brutal.
Tell us why, Murder Mike. Tell us why. That's what you got to do.
It got brutal for him in Philly. He was getting booed on his home court. That was brutal.
Caribbean Bullocks says Disaster versus Cassidy was not on URL. Souls. That's what's up. Appreciate that.
That's a fact. I think we
already corrected that in the last video, but obviously you didn't watch that because you're too busy cussing.
I appreciate that.
We appreciate that though. Young Philly says, I'ma say to y'all haters what Cass would say. F y'all, you don't know bars, for real.
Yeah, that's exactly what Cass was saying. That's the sad part. That's unfortunate right there.
Appreciate you, Young Philly. Sadat Allah said Cassidy is in hiding, but his fans still say he won.
Won what?
He said his fans think he won. Like we just see somebody said he won 3-0.
Like a BI on that stage.
Ooh.
That's what I thought.
But his fans still say he won.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
He said Cassidy's in hiding right
now. Those fans are just as delusional as he is.
He's licking his wounds right now.
Come on, man.
Plucky420 said Cass killed himself on that stage. Ars was saying some ish, but I seen Ars do way better.
Facts.
All of those things are things that we said on the video.
That's a fact. It wasn't Ars's best performance, but...
And he still beat him.
As terrible as Cass was, I mean...
Last one, MC Witty, and y'all check him out. He's coming out with an album. I don't know how it sounds, so I can't say I reviewed it. I can say he's been down with this channel since day one, so you got to give it a listen when it comes out. MC Witty, I agree when you reach a level of success that platinum and gold, you can't go back to battle rap and rise again if you don't do great. And I would add immediately. But Cassidy is in his spot where he can't get out of. My personal opinion, he should have had his craft mastered, but he doesn't. Now he can get booked for battles, yes, and he still has fans. All of that is true. All of that is true.
It's over for him.
I said it was over. You said he could still get booked. He still can't get booked, but I think as far as rep, it's over with.
This nigga the book. I don't think he's in headlining anything or getting the top check
Listen, that's it for us, man. Yo, check out those beats. Team Box Cutter, we got the beats for you. If you rap, holla at us right down there.
On deck, appreciate the love. Press the subscribe, press the like. We out of here.